What is up, guys? It is Warriors95, and I'm coming at you with, once again, a revised version of my Monarch deck profile. Took it to locals, didn't have all the cards that I needed, didn't really have a complete side deck, which I'll go over into and what you can run on it. And I kind of got pooped on a little bit, just also opened up some bricky hands, and honestly, fuck Regeki, man. Like, I got hit with a Regeki so many times. Like, one time, my last matchup, I was for top 8, legit. It was to see who would get into top 8. The dude legit hit me with a Regeki every damn game. Like, game 1, he hit me with a Regeki, I beat him. Game 2, he beat me, and then game 3, he just beat me because, like, he just hit a Regeki once again, and I had no outs or anything. So, we're going to go over the deck profile, just go into some of the, not text I really do, but some of my card decisions and why I play some cards over the others, and let's just get into the deck profile. So, we play 3 of the White Gods. Honestly, this is just this used to be the card that you always wanted to see in your hand, just because it works really well with escalation, being able to bring out a Karaz and disrupt plays. But honestly, I'd rather see 3 Erebus in the opening for the beginning of the turn, just because Erebus lets you, it doesn't select, so it's really good against Cosmos deck. You really want to beat over Cosmos, and it has a ridiculous way of just basically being able to shuffle anything from like the field, the hand, or the graveyard. Like, it's just so good. You really want to see this, and it works really well with the German double Mega Thessalos. Had a little brain fart. This card's really good, just being able to rip cards out of people's hands, and then if it's a Pyro Monster, ripping 1,000. So honestly, against sometimes like Shiranui or something, if you face something like that, you can get something like that. So it's extremely good. I really do like that. And then we play 1 Majesty's Fiend. Once again, still good against Cosmos. Gives you that edge against Cosmos. So you storm forth away one of their big ships, and then you bring on the Majesty's Fiend, back that shit up with a domain, and you can really just hinder the play. So we play 9 bigs, just really consistent, making sure it's a consistent lineup with the bigs. So that is the 9 tribute cards. So there's 18 monsters in the deck. I wanted to make it extremely consistent. We play 3 Adas. I just felt that I dropped it from my original deck, and I just felt that like this, you really want to see this. It just can lead you into more plays, because this is still obviously the better one of the two, just because it gives you an extra tribute summon when it's normal or special. So extremely good. And if you guys saw my last video, I talked about Mithra. I'm playing 3 Mithra. Like, why not play basically free Cyber Dragon that also it gives your opponent a token, but when it's tributed, you get an extra tribute summon. So not only can you drop like a Mega Thessalos off of this, and like it gives you a free tribute, it also allows you to do some extra things with the deck. So we played 9 of the, I call them the big god, the tribute fodder cards, and then these are the tribute fodders, which are 9. So it's 18 total, 9, extremely consistent. So hopefully you open up one of each in your hand. Of course, we have to play 3 Pantheism. It's just the best card of the deck. Honestly, Pantheism is what makes the deck extremely good, and I really do like the Pantheism. 3 Tenacity, typical. Best card of the deck, 3 Stormforth. Don't hit this card, man. This card's so good, but it could get hit. This card's just extremely good, just being able to do whatever you want. 3 Domain, once again, extremely good. I was thinking about dropping this down to 2, but I felt like, I might as well keep it. I'm trying this. 2 strikes. With playing the Mithra, what it allows you to do is, this card is so much better, like mid-game-ish to like late-game-ish. So your opponent might rip a fucking Regeki. So I put this in just because you can lose to a Regeki real hard or a Dark Hole. And what you can do is, because this card allows you to get an extra tribute summon, you can bring out another one, or also off of Aether. When she brings out another one through her effect, usually if you bring out an Erebus on her effect, because you don't main deck her Karaz, you bring that out on her effect, and then if they, let's say, have a TT or something, you activate Strike, negating it, goes the Erebus into the grave, which you can use as effect for the next turn, and then you also get to draw a card, so it's extremely good. We play 1 return just because, make it more consistent. You really only just see 1 of these. Like, I opened the hand of like double Valor and double return, like a domain, and I just couldn't do anything, so I was like, fuck it. And that's also why we're not playing Valor. It's just to make the deck a little more consistent. Valor was extremely good, but you just know we want to make the deck as consistent as possible and do what we want game 1, and then hinder in game 2 and 3. 1 Rhoda, once again, to search out the Adas. A Twin Twister, of course just 1, just because sometimes you do need all the cards in your hand, so I don't want to see multiple of these. It could be dead, so just 1. Foolish, I'd rather not see this in the opening hand. I'd rather see this kind of mid-game when I already have like one of the little white dudes or black dudes in the deck, and I just play 1 Upstart. This might become another Valor, because Valor is extremely good when I was playing at the local. Just being able to like Valor like a Crobat Joker or a Farm Girl, even though it tributes for cost. Just being able to hinder their plays especially Pendulum with this gold crow by Joker. Extremely good with Veiler. So this might go out for a Veiler, just testing it, seeing how it works. But Upstart still works towards the combo because this is a combo-oriented deck. Well, it's not a combo, it's just a extremely good deck. And then I played 2 primes and escalation. I might bump up the Upstart for another prime. This card just does so much for you. I didn't know it was actually continuous, so make sure, motherfuckers, you read your cards. I didn't know this was a continuous card, so I always thought like it was real broken because you could just legit flip it. But it's actually still broken. It's continuous because you can keep using the effect over and over. So it's once per turn, and you can use it multiple times. Like, so one turn, then another turn, then another turn. So it nets you advantage. So that's the main deck. So we play Karaz and a Majesty's Fiend. This goes in against Rogue and anything that, not Cosmo really, and Pendulums also. And then this goes in against, this usually comes in game 2, and then this usually comes in game 1 against Cosmos because it's extremely good. 2 Veilers usually against Pendulums if you're going second. You might say, why not just going first? But it's good second because the reason why I dropped this card in hand is because it limited me to 5 cards. So I have 5 cards in hand. So basically, if I draw a Veiler, that means 4 cards. Honestly, I can't really. I'm not able to do anything really with them. I can't really. I'm limited to the amount of cards I can use to like combo off or bring out something and hinder my opponent. But on my second turn, I draw an extra card. So this Veiler is, instead of it just being, it's just like starting first. So it lets your hand be more viable. We play 3 of the Rock Vassal. Really good going second against Pendulums, basically. We'll read it for you. If this card is in your hand, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. You cannot special monster from the extra deck. We don't do that shit anyway. Also, special from this card, and if you do, change some monster to face-down defense position. So it's good against sometimes Cosmos. They bring on the Infinity. It's really good if they stop the Infinity play and activate once per turn. You put this, book it, tribute it, and it's special summon. So it's still extremely good. You should be main decking these. Twin Twister, once again, another one just for Pendulums. And Pendulum Storm, woo! This card put in work against a lot of people are playing the Magician form of the Pendulum, so like Draco Pal, Magicians, or whatever you call it. This card put in a lot of work. It's basically it's a 1 for 3, so it's a +2. And then 1 bottomless just because, you know, Pendulums and stuff like that. So, of course, you know, this is just my Monarch deck. I think this one is extremely consistent. I might do a video just showing some test hands and how to just, you know, draw into certain cards. But this deck is extremely consistent. I like it now with the Mega Thessaloses. I never had those. And especially with this card, the 3 Mythra just makes it easier to open up one of those. You can still brick with this deck. Obviously, you know, the deck can be bricky. That's what a lot of decks, but it can still pop off on its plays. So this is Wilburys95. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, become part of the crew. Check out the Facebook group page that I have downstairs. And yeah, it's Wilburys95. Peace out, guys.